welcome to the show both feared and revered by man and beast, the Heliosblog. Today, this girl on the Whatever podcast thinks that your end count resets every 7 years. Yeah, that's how that works.
The reason she's alone is because she's difficult.
Women are not accepting the bare minimum.
Women fuck men they respect.
All the women who say things like, I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, like, y'all impress me.
Women just gaslight each other and say what they want to hear.
That's actually insane.
A little bit later, so he'll be here soon. We're going to go around the table. Actually, really quick, I had a couple questions for you. I noticed you had an interesting tattoo on your Instagram, but it's not visible, right? Like, can we see it, or?
It's still visible if I move my hair a little.
Actually, Damien, why don't you just pull up, because we just have your Instagram. We'll just pull up the photo.
Let's go. It's
a
better.
little easier. And I want the story behind because it's an interesting tattoo.
It's what, her ex-boyfriend's name or something?
So it's I'm winning, and is that like a Japanese? What is that?
It's actually a very special drawing that
That shows your mental illness, yes.
tattoo artist created for me. So it was not pre-drawn.
Mm-hmm.
I showed him the idea, and that image, I do not know if it's going to sound funny a little, but it came to me in the dream, actually. And one day I just woke up with an idea that I would
You had to have that tattooed on your skull.
love to have this kind of a guardian that will be right in the back of my head and will see all the shit that is happening behind my back. So it will protect me.
Do you believe in God?
Interesting.
I'm agnostic.
Okay, yeah, so no.
Do you
What does
understand what
that
it is?
mean?
Agnostic basically states that they do not know and they do not have a very specific image for the God, but at the same time they can feel.
She has an accent. She sounds East European to me, like she speaks Russian or something.
Or sense that there's something. They just do not believe in any of the portraits that are already created by some religions.
Does anybody here have a tattoo they regret
I have a quick question.
getting?
I was wondering, did you have to shave your head to get that tattoo? Did you have to shave it big bald?
Yeah. I was in Berlin and I shaved my head.
Yeah. Very attractive. This girl is like poster child for mental illness.
And the next day I got the tattoo.
That's amazing. I shaved my head once too. Yeah, that's awesome.
Are you guys bonding over your shaving your heads?
Why'd you shave your
Over
have
your
you ever
Britney
shaved your head?
Spears episodes?
Well, I used to have dreadlocks, and so I had shaved my head.
Oh.
Very attractive.
I have that in common with you, and then I shaved my head, and I have that in common with you.
I have a tattoo I regret.
You have
Tattoo I regret.
what is it? Is it your
It's-
Kanye tattoos?
Yeah, it's the ballerina from Runaway.
Well, don't you have like multiple Kanye West inspired tattoos?
I have 3.
Disaster.
So you only regret one.
Yeah.
The other two
I like them.
you like those.
Yeah.
Why do you regret that one?
Because it's on my waist and it's like it's like too much. It's
Too
too
what?
big.
Too
Huh?
big?
Oh. Yeah, don't do that if you want to get into a serious relationship, girls.
Yeah.
It's just the size of it?
Yeah.
It's not the design?
No.
Just
Stop the
and
car.
location.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right, so we're going to go around the table. What is everybody's current relationship status? If you're single, how long have you been single? And what's the longest relationship you've ever been in?
Translation for people who are new to the channel. Single means sleeping with Chad.
Go ahead.
I'm currently single, and I have currently been single for a year since my
last relationship. I've been banging Chads.
last relationship, actually this month.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's been the best year ever. So no regrets there.
Hot
and my
girl
longest
summer!
Relationship was 4 years. I've had
In
2
high school.
relationships that were almost that length. My only 2 ever. And I'm proud of
Her accent. My only 2. Meaning she sleeps with guys of a certain persuasion. Let's put it that way.
that. I think 4-year relationships, you learn a lot about yourself. You learn, oh, don't
Okay.
do that.
And so who broke up with who?
I'm always the one who dumps them.
Always.
Always.
You've never been dumped?
100% always the dumper.
How many dumps have you done? Well,
2.
That sounds.
2, and I'm 2 for 2.
That sounded.
So proud.
Pause.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. What about you?
What was the question again?
Oh.
Yup.
relationship status, if you're single. How long have you been single?
You can't make this crap up, guys.
Longest relationship.
So I've been single for a year. My longest was a year and a half.
She sounds like an e-girl, this girl here.
Okay.
What about that guy that was with you? Is that not?
What?
Like, who was he then?
What?
Busted.
What?
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 No, there
Busted.
was a guy standing with her while she was waiting, so I was just wondering who that is.
Your brother? At manager? Escort?
No, escort.
No, not like male escort. Like, like I don't know.
The overly dramatic presentation shows that she's a lady of the night. She's used to faking behaviors for men.
Okay.
Histrionic
You said your
personality
longest
disorder.
Relationship was 1.5 years.
Yes.
Okay, and who broke up with who?
That overly dramatic way of talking, like you're an actress or whatever. That's, histrionic personality disorder.
I broke up with him.
Why?
Complicated.
Uh-huh.
I
Okay.
guess we were both young and immature.
Yeah.
So I guess I just took the leap and decided to do it.
Decided to bang Chad instead of be in a serious relationship. Yep, good choice.
Okay. And
Good choice.
wait, and you're 18. How long? When did
Wait,
you
what?
start your OnlyFans?
18.
Right, like the day after your birthday, or
No, 2 months ago, September.
Okay. Oh, so you just turned 18.
No.
Oh. You started your OnlyFans 2 months ago.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Disaster.
Relationship status?
She has fake, you know what? At
Single.
18 years old.
Okay. How long you been single for?
For about 2 years.
This girl, she has weird expressions, either autism or some other sort of cluster B personality disorder.
All right. Longest relationship?
2.5 years.
Who broke up with who?
Based on her like frozen expressions, like when you ask her questions and stuff, either she's a big weed smoker or she's on antidepressants.
Person broke up with me.
Okay. Was that the one that ended 2 years ago? Okay. Man or woman?
Woman.
Okay. And your
Cluster B
bisexual
personality disorder.
Straight.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you dated a woman for 2.5 years?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Explain that one.
Long story short, that woman broke up with me because she already sensed that I did not love her anymore, and I was not conscious about my own personality enough to realize it on time that I'm not into women and that I cannot commit to a woman like that. So she was already felt very
You can't commit to a man either, based on just your body language alone.
unhappy and unfulfilled, while I thought that it's just a complicated period of the relationship. So I was incredibly grateful when she did it for me and for both of us.
You're grateful she dumped you.
Yeah, I'm so happy that she did, because that's when my best.
I understand. So she did crap to break the relationship, then she's happy when the person broke it up. Understood.
When I started. I'm so sorry. I'm not made for a woman. That's it.
Okay. So it was like an experimental phase or something.
It was actually the most successful relationship I ever had. I have never felt that loved, that secure.
Welcome to being a woman 2024. They have no... Again, I can already predict. Family life, unstable. Father figure, absent. Mother, overly permissive. Like, what else causes this litany of disorders?
That respected, but again, I need a man. I see myself only with a
Frickin'
man.
disaster.
So at some point, I was not feeling comfortable or happy in that relationship
If you see a girl acting like this, guys, just run.
as well.
Just run.
Okay. But you have dated men before then.
Yeah.
You said you've
Chad's
been single
only.
for 2 years. I mean, have you dated in this time period?
I did not have a partner, but I did dating in general, seeing
Banging Chad. Understood.
new people, going on a date. Yeah.
Is there currently a guy in the picture?
I can predict what happened. Multiple alpha widow, because again, she doesn't know. She doesn't have a good father figure.
No.
No guy?
Very funny.
Not even texting?
Well, many are texting, but it's such a regular texting. It's not like
Sneaky link?
no. It's like, oh, hey, would you like to go to the park one day? I'm like, oh, I'm busy.
Okay.
That's it.
Huh.
Yeah. Not happening, unfortunately.
When's the last time you went on a date?
Even girls with creepy tattoos on their head. Even girls like that get guys texting them every second.
Maybe 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Okay. First date?
Yeah, and last date.
You
First
can't
date,
make
last
this
date.
up.
Yeah.
You didn't like him?
No.
Why's that?
He ended up being bisexual, and
I knew you were going to say he was gay. Or bi, or whatever.
Sorry.
Oh.
I do not know if that's allowed, but
No, it's-
yeah, that's the problem number
just-
one. Yeah, I would not be able to.
Theater guy?
The what?
Theater?
Hell no, no.
Théâtre.
No, it's just that it was not the energy that I'm striving
Would
for.
you date?
So why are you choosing guys that look like that then? Because these guys have tells, or you don't know, you can't tell when a guy has like non-straight
The
tells.
bi guy then?
No.
If I can tell, how can't
Why
you?
not?
Anyway,
Usually when I deal with the bi guys, they literally do not have the energy I need. I'm not interested in sharing my
So-
men with the other men. I'm not interested in having this risk into the relationship, especially when that's a bottom. I'm so sorry. That guy was a bottom too.
He's a bottom.
Yeah.
How did you
disaster.
know?
Oh,
You asked
he
him?
shared?
He told you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, just really quick to the whole panel, just show of hands. Would you date a bisexual man?
A lot of mental illness here.
Nobody?
Literally none
Would
of them
you
would.
date a bisexual girl?
Sure, maybe.
Yeah. I'd prefer to date a straight girl though,
Yeah.
but
Indeed.
Yeah.
I suppose I would date a bi girl.
What?
Why are you looking at me, Tiffany? What the fuck? So wait, okay. In the 2 years you've been single, what's the longest you've like seen a guy?
4 months.
4 months, but not boyfriend, girlfriend. It was like a
No.
casual
Banging
hookup.
child.
No, it was getting to the point
So this girl is so undateable that guys will only friends with benefits her. Sounds about right.
of a relationship,
Yeah.
but thankfully
She's
nothing
undateable.
happened.
Also bi.
No,
No.
just
Okay.
just a dumbass. Just
Okay.
no.
All right. What about you?
I'm single.
Okay.
My longest relationship was 2.5 years.
What?
He was my best friend for like 2.5 years before
Isn't she old? So what the hell then?
that. So we were in a relationship with each other for like
So she's like 50, 60, and she's still single?
5 years, but we were only an item for 2.5 years.
What?
Were you guys having carnal knowledge?
Yes, we lived together.
No, I mean for the previous
No.
2.5 years.
No.
Just friends.
Yeah.
Strictly
Yes.
friends.
And
Okay.
roommates, but strictly friends until it changed.
You guys weren't together for 5 years.
No, I said we were together for 2.5 years.
No, but then you said 5. Did I not hear
No, he was
5
my
years?
best friend for 2.5 years, and then he
Yeah,
was my boyfriend for 2.5 years.
Did she not say 5?
We were in,
I heard 5.
We were in.
I heard a 5.
Yeah, we were in relationship for a total of 5 years, including 2.5 years as my best friend and 2.5 years as my boyfriend, and
Maybe
then
I'm
it was
just being
over.
pedantic, but
The way that she speaks is, oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, I was about to jump out the window. Please stop talking.
I don't know if I would
Please.
consider you guys in a relationship for 5 years total. You had a friendship for 2.5 years,
Right.
and then you were in a relationship
Right.
for 2.5 years.
Yeah,
But I'm
I
being
guess.
a bit nitpicky on that. But so that's your longest relationship, and you've been single for how long?
40
That
years.
was 2007.
Ah.
So 17.
17 years? Oh, she's like splat in the splat zone. She's like I see. Cat lady.
Years.
You've been single for...
I have not called anybody a boyfriend for 17 years.
Whoa.
So banging child that
So
long?
you've been single since the Bush administration.
Yes.
George Bush.
That's true.
That's
Affirmative.
Wild. You've been celibate for 17 years?
Probably not. Perfect freeze frame right here. Yeah, obviously not. But yeah, it just goes to show, guys, girls after a certain point, they can't get married. Can't. It's impossible. They can't do it.
I did not say that.
Oh, okay. All right. Just clarifying. Wait. So okay, your 2.5-year relationship which was your longest. That ended in 2007. So you would have been 20, early 20s.
24.
Wait, what? No. She looks like that at 41? No. She looks like she's 60. No. My God. I'm so sorry for her genes. Lordy Lord.
Okay.
23, something like that.
Lordy Lord.
And, what since then, what's the longest period of time you've been involved with a man? Or
one night stand.
There was a man that I talked to on the phone. We had a long distance. I'm going to say relationship, but I want to be careful the way I use that word with you, Brian.
Yeah, I'm very triggered by it.
Yeah, it was a long distance thing. We talked on the phone a lot, and then I went to go visit him, and I was like, I don't actually like spending time with you. This was a big waste of time. That was about a year.
But you only saw him in person once? Mm-hmm. And you guys
disaster
carried on a long distance, like you met online?
No, he was the brother of a friend of mine, and we talked on the phone, did FaceTime.
For a year?
Mm-hmm.
But you only met in person once?
For a week.
And then it ended?
So you wasted his time.
So I ended
there was like a year buildup of...
Yeah, so you wasted his time. You drained his time, attention, affection, and resources for a week. Congratulations. He's the loser there.
Like...
How much bedroom fund did he get?
Mm-hmm.
Disaster.
Damn, that's
insane.
Okay. That's
I really it's important to me to get to know somebody a lot.
A year?
Bullshit.
Did I say that out loud? My bad.
Bullshit. Yeah, that's not the reason you were extracting as much value out of the guy as you possibly could. Freaking liar.
Well, there was nothing that we can do across the country.
Big liar.
To be physically closer.
Oh,
and
there's something
that way. But
you could do.
When we were physically closer, just proximally, then
as
I
opposed
was like,
to distally.
I actually don't like spending time with you like the way I thought I might. I learned a lot. I don't want to be.
I think I understand. She's saying he was bad in bed, small dick.
Long distance relationship.
Whoa,
I don't feel like
what was the issue when you guys met in person?
Small pee-pee.
I don't want to nag
Sex
on all
was bad?
of it.
Yep.
Bad sex?
Yep.
It was a lot of other things.
Penis too big?
I don't
Yes.
eat ramen noodles for lunch.
Penis too small?
He didn't tip the waitress. That's a problem.
Wait, sorry, what? What about?
Can't be with someone who doesn't tip the waitress. That's embarrassing.
You're 40 years old. Pulse, has a pulse is your only criteria. That can't be a criteria for you.
And being embarrassed
maybe she
is
did
one
a
of the
bad job.
It was pretty consistent, but I think being embarrassed is one of the worst feelings in the world, and
probably why you're not married.
Possibly.
Wait, feel embarrassed? What were you embarrassed about?
About tipping the waitress poorly.
The tipping thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Probably why you're still single in your 40s.
I have to go back to the restaurant and buy some syrup and add $10 and be like, give it to that
Did he
lady.
pay for the date?
We always.
Or were you guys splitting?
What a great question. He did a couple times. Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's the way I could have recovered. I should have gone Dutch, and then I could have made a good tip.
Yeah, you could have contributed to the...
Oh, and I did. I would go back and I would buy a souvenir from the restaurant, and then I'd add a tip to the little item that I bought so that I could make sure that she's taken care of.
Okay. And then did you guys have carnal knowledge?
Of course we
did. Such a funny phraseology. Yes. During that week, yes.
It wasn't good?
I think the lack of response is telling.
I cannot confirm or deny your question, Brian.
Indeed.
Well, I mean, it would give us good insight into perhaps the cause of this. You know, you guys spoke.
It wasn't hypnotizing.
Indeed.
Not hypnotizing. Okay. All right.
Yeah, she wants the chada pee-pee.
So, didn't tip. Sex was mediocre. Is that pretty much the quarrel, I guess?
There's just a really big difference between the way that you spend time with someone in person and then the story that you make up in your mind about somebody when you're just on the phone or just messaging people. It's the same way that I feel like when you're messaging someone online and you're trying to get to know them and you think that you've gotten to know them well enough that you agree to like have a date, and then you have a date and you're like, oh my God, I just wasted weeks messaging this person, and I can tell in
weeks. You wasted a year.
That's why you never, ever, ever message girls for multiple months. You try to meet up as fast as possible within like 3 or 4 messages online. Because it's just a waste of time either way. So you might as well be efficient about it, right?
Go ahead.
Right, on the phone and with FaceTime video, I thought that was
How often do
maybe
you guys talk?
several times a week, 3-4 times a week.
That's a lot.
At least an hour.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Somebody do
and
the math on that.
with the
That's
time difference, with the time difference, it was really inconvenient. And
Damn.
when we actually spent time together, it just wasn't the magic.
Who flew out to who?
I flew out to him.
Did he pay for your flight?
200.
No.
Oh.
You paid for your own flight?
Yes.
Oh.
Mm.
No.
No. Have you been flown out before?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
How many times have you been flown out?
Give away your end count now.
A few times.
Times. 3, 4, 5. That's already a big end count.
It's not like something I do regularly.
Yeah, no, she's talking about her end count.
Where to? Miami?
Out the country, baby, does.
Oh, out the country.
Dubai.
Business class only too.
Where? Like.
Tell me you're a garden tool without telling me you're a garden tool.
Any Middle Eastern countries?
Yes.
Saudi?
One of my exes
Dubai?
was Arab, so.
Okay.
Yes.
Which country?
He's from Kuwait, so we went all over the Middle East together. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And you've been flown out to Europe?
Yes, I have been flown out to Europe, but not in like a weird way, like in a way of like I was talking to somebody and we decided to go together, not in a way of like.
Okay. Yeah, like, oh, don't see me as a garden tool, guys. Okay.
Any type of like transactional thing.
Okay. Yes, no girl is pay to play,
How many times
guys.
total do you think you've been flown out?
Probably like a handful, like 5 maybe.
Okay.
So, it sounds like end count discussion pretty funny.
Single since 2007.
Yes.
And did you say the longest period of time that you've been involved with somebody since then? Like, have you had a 1-year thing, a 6-month thing?
No, just the phone relationship. Otherwise, no, everything fizzles out pretty quickly.
Why is that?
Because all guys will do is sleep with you when you're that age. And even then, they don't really want to be with you. This girl looks like she's 60, man.
Why is that? That's a great question.
Because you're overweight, kiddo. Nobody tells you this?
You?
Once you get to be in your 40s and you're never married and no kids, you start to learn that it's you.
Indeed.
What's your
living demonstration of what Kevin Samuels talked about on his show?
What's your analysis? What's your assessment of yourself then?
You know, I may be being a little self-deprecating when I say that. But
all these girls don't realize that if they don't get married like now, that will be them in 15 years.
I'm looking for a good match, and I don't want to
settle
on like, oh, okay, you
have a pulse.
I don't know. I want to be in love. I want to love somebody more than I've ever loved anybody in my whole life.
Indeed.
And that takes time. And I think
Indeed. That's exactly what being a multi-time alpha widow does for you.
that love probably
If we analyze her relationship history, I'll bet she banged many chads.
he looks and feels a
to
lot
end up
different
like
in your
this.
40s than it does in your 20s, and so that's a really hard place to get to love somebody really hard and to have a meaningful relationship with somebody.
Why aren't you
It takes
on
time.
dating apps?
Shudder.
She has been.
I've done that. I've done that. It feels like a reject club.
What do you mean reject club?
People who couldn't find the match in real life. So they have to go to the reject club. Yeah.
So you?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Yeah, that's why I got on there, and I'm like, you know
But I
what?
mean-
I'm gonna find the exit. I'm not gonna do this anymore.
It's like, but aren't they're kind of in the same boat that you're in?
Yep.
Anyways, in any case, I don't think if somebody's on a dating app, it doesn't mean that they're rejects.
I know. I'm being a little harsh. I'm being a little harsh.
But in any case,
Well, in a way they are, right? They're not the absolute top of the pile, because the top guys in the pile don't need dating apps, right? And the top girls. It's true.
so what are you looking for in a man?
Chad.
I want somebody who impresses me.
Indeed.
Impress
Yeah, I want to be impressed.
In what
And
capacity?
I know
Let's
that
start
that's
with
going to
impress.
wear off, but you could impress me with anything. Your talents, your
talents?
yeah,
Okay.
your talents, your skills, your knowledge.
Just goes to show, right? Like, all girls are the same, right? Does she sound any different from an 18-year-old or a 20-year-old? She doesn't. She just frittered away the hours in an offhand way, as they say. And now, no one told you when to run, you missed the starting gun, right? Shout out to anybody who gets the reference. And we're going to end the video there. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit all the notifications. Buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. You can see a list of the guys that have bought my books there. If you'd like coaching services, if you want me to teach you how to get good at getting girls, just message me at theheliosblog@gmail.com. Thank you so much for listening, guys, especially since the end. I really do appreciate it. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.